So, hello there.
Hello.
How are
Yes,
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Finally, yeah, my energy back after long sickness. Glad to be able to work again and have those meetings like with you. And thanks for having me and yeah, finding time. We're gonna talk about Kultigo today. Do you want to introduce yourself first?
Yes, thanks for having me. So, about me, I'm Nadir. I'm French, Algerian, working in Germany for a few years now. And I'm passionate about developing apps.
Mhm. Yes.
Uh, here I am, yes. Um,
Yeah. Good. Yes. And one of those apps is the app which is the reason why we're meeting. So first I'm gonna tell something about myself because I think we will share this chat with also with your community so they know who is that lady with the glasses. So my name is Bata van Velzen. I'm originally Polish, living in Netherlands for as a consultant for learning and development, but also giving trainings and workshops to organizations with multinational, multicultural teams. And my company, I Got Your Backs, is concentrating on helping teams to collaborate better in a multicultural environment. That's in a short. And we met a while ago because I found your application Kultigo, and I was super excited. And I felt like, wow, you can have application on your phone and check different cultures. Very handy tool. I was really surprised to find a tool free of charge, which is so useful. And we got in touch, right? And now you're busy with developing it, so it can be even better, and it can help more people in different ways. So I prepared some questions that will help us what you do, why you do it, who it can help, and what we can expect, right?
yeah, all right, let's go.
So let's start. What inspired you to create Cultigo, and did you experience any? Yeah, what did you try to achieve? What problems did you try to solve with creating application like this?
Well, first of all, the thing is that I or my world is multicultural. Uh, I was born in a country. I grew up in another one. I work in a third one, and I've always worked in companies where we have multiple countries represented. Um, Especially in the aerospace. I used to work with teams from Germany, France, Spain, and also the UK. And that's really how I got in contact with the different cultures. So through my personal background and also through my work life, my career. And one day I heard about the book called The Culture Map by Erin Meyer,
Yeah.
and I read it, and I was so amazed that we could um, have these different dimensions of culture, and that we could theorize and summarize the cultures into dimensions that we could potentially measure. And as I was reading the book, I was telling myself, wow, there is so much potential for an application. I would love to have the book always with me in the pocket, and to have the results just at the tip of your finger that you can um, review the content and the comparison with cultures in the phone. So that's really how it started. Um,
Yes, yes, yes. It's a great tool, and there are some tools online, of course, where you can compare cultures, the dimensions, also on Erin Meyer website. Recently, well, a few years ago, it's a paid tool. Before, I believe when I was doing my the trainer program to become a trainer, it was still for free. But there's also dimensions. Cultural dimensions explained by Gert Hofstede, Dutch scientist. And on his website, you can also do that. But I think great advantage of your application is that you, like you said, you can have it in your pocket, right? You can have it on your phones. You can take it anywhere in the world. You end up mm, um, in India for a business trip or whenever. By the way, great background. Um, so then you can just, oh, I'm really struggling. I don't understand the situation, right? I am experiencing something that I wasn't prepared for. And then you can check it and see how different this culture is from the one you're coming from. Or also, your application gives that possibility to compare it with yourself, right? With your personality. So
yes,
that's amazing.
yes, it's true. So the problem that the app is trying to solve actually is what you said. Like if I go to another country, um, what can I expect, or what shall I expect in terms of standards for communication? For example, what is considered respectful in a culture, and what is considered a lack of respect in another one. And all these cultures have differences, and that might not be easy to navigate through them. And that's really um, the reminder that the app tries to bring and to
Yeah.
summarize. And so that's one thing, that trip part, like we can travel, but and of course there's the other problem of multicultural in the work environment. Of course, um, many people work in multi national companies or with people from different areas of the world. And the problem we're also trying to solve is to make it easy uh, for everyone that deals with these different situations of meeting other cultures, to do that,
Hmm.
have a simple answer. And yes, so that's why I created Kultigo. And as you said, there are existing tools from Erin Meyer and from Gert Hofstede, and they are really I would say they are the references in the field, of course. And um, what I tried to do with the app was to have my version of what I understood from their teachings, and to try to make it um, even more user friendly, and uh, to make it more, yeah, mobile as well, because so far most of the tools are available on the desktop computer, um, on the website. But
Yeah.
really the key difference was to bring culture in your pocket. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes, no, that's exactly what I love about it, and I mentioned it in my trainings. There is this app you can go and check it now, and there's like, people do it right, like they think, oh really, how? And then I said you need to write it with K, Kultigo, and not with C, and then they really do it. They really into it straight away, and I try to spread the word about this application as much as possible because I really see massive value in it. Um, and yes, tell us what were the challenges, because it's a process, right? Like we know each other, I think a year now, and we meet from time to time to chat, and so I can support you and I feel like your accountability partner. So I'm checking how it's going, and you show me the process. It's great. I love to be part of it. So sometimes you experience, right, some challenges as a developer. What was it with Kultigo?
Yes. So the thing is that there is an app online, but it's currently only for iPhones, and the challenge was to make it available also for iPhones, but also for Android devices. So really, the challenge of working on this version 2 were, yeah, were quite multiple. But the first thing is, how do we make an app um, available on all devices? So that's a challenge. But for that, there was a really good answer with using the Flutter technology. So that's one challenge. The second was to make it yeah, as user friendly as possible, because we're dealing with 8 dimensions. um, Nevertheless, if we take the Erin Meyer's model or Gert Hofstede's model, they both have 8 dimensions, and to be able to show the information simply to the user is quite a challenge. So that's more like an UX challenge.
Yes,
But
which is
that,
very important, right? Yes.
right, yeah, because that's um, we need. I mean, we need to make a serious thing cool, and that's the challenge. How to
Yes.
bring a lot of value, serious information, but make it user friendly. That was really part of the challenge of making this second version of Kultigo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly, because what's the point doing something that nobody will know how to use, right? Like the user-friendly part is crucial, because this also like with books, like sometimes no the even the cover, right? We like sometimes in a store or on the airport, and I like, yeah, I have like 5 minutes to choose the book, right? And then you go by the theme. Oh yeah, I want the criminal, or I want the fantasy. Okay, then this is the section. But then yeah, you that's how your brain works, right? You attracted to certain things, and then when something, yeah, when you meet some obstacles, it's like, okay, now let's go further. And that's also with the users friendly, like how to make it as universal as possible, so it attracts uh yeah, as much as possible people, right? So
yeah,
it's not easy. Respect, man.
yeah,
But
it's true. That's it's like we're not. Uh, we would love that doctors in psychology use the app, but we would love that not only them use it, and that anyone who plans a trip to Japan, or uh, anyone working in a company that is international,
yeah,
or even,
anyone who has a Polish girlfriend who
yes,
drives like crazy.
yeah, why
My
is
husband
that
would
like
love that
that?
application 10 years ago. Wow, too late.
Yes.
You need to learn hard way. Yeah, no, definitely it can be used oh in so many situations, and yeah, it's really like for everyone. It's like such a global world we're living in, and you cannot escape it. Like you also mentioned, like workplace. Okay, you go for work, and people think like, yeah, I do my work as long as I know what's my role, what my assignment is, how to fulfill my duties. It's fine, right? Like I will communicate with my colleagues the way I think I would like to be communicated it with. But that's not how it works, right? You need to communicate the way they want to be approached. Then otherwise they don't understand it, or you don't get the results. So yeah, I cannot highlight how important it is. And and not to just know, but to actually be successful in your role and grow and expand, and for leaders but also for teams, just to make the work easier and go to work with pleasure, right? Because it's so much fun when you go to diverse team, but you still do your work and feel like, yeah, okay, we work as a team and we can be productive and manage to get the work done. It's very 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 important, and gives like on a daily basis, right? They give that the joy of working together successfully. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, I fully agree. I mean, um, or we're talking about the, yeah, maybe the joy of working, or maybe not making it harder as it is already. That we want to create bridges between cultures, or people from different cultures, and that's like you said, like as a French, if I would work in the Netherlands, maybe where you are, um, I will probably behave the French way, and that might not be exactly what the Dutch expects for a good work relationship, for example. And
yeah,
the idea is to give answers to that. And yeah, but that's really about it. And I think especially in the current world where we might see a lot more I would say maybe open racism, or some parts of the world that might tend more to fascism as well, and to the exclusion of diversity. I think it is really important to, to to try to ease this communication between cultures, and I think it also has a real political impact
of course.
to make it available to anyone.
Yeah.
This is, I think, nowadays more than ever, it's really important to know about it, and to share it,
Hmm. Yeah.
because it's so easy to get to close oneself, and to close all the borders, and to um, like restrict or refrain from these exchanges. But there is a lot to lose by doing that, I would say.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course, of course. I didn't thought our conversation will get to that, but it's very important, like you said, to build the bridges. And sometimes, it's like struggling to tell my truth about how my work is about building those intercultural bridges, and why I love it so much. Because yeah, you with your work, you just make an impact, and yeah, it's also part of why you're doing it, right? Like, of course, everyone should use their skills and talents at their work, but also I think it's so important and so meaningful when you try to also contribute and have this bigger picture, that you can come back to why you're doing this in the moments where, yeah, you sometimes have those challenges, what you experience, and uh, through your work, but also when you try to create something, um, try to make it attractive and promote it. It's also all like really, yeah, hard work, but also on an everyday basis, all the challenges we experience. But when you have this goal, this vision, that through your work you make the world better bit by bit, the way you can, you make the impact. Then it's easier, yeah. Then it's easier to come back to yourself, and it's like, yeah, I know why I'm doing it. I might have these challenges, but I'm going for it because it's, yeah, I'm making someone lives easier, and that's great. I really also appreciate that that you do that.
Well, Thank you. I mean, it helps to have the, yeah, I would say that's really the vision, and what helps go through the challenges. But I'm also sure that's, well, that's what you do in your workshops when you explain to people, and when you facilitate activities like that. That's really aiming at this goal, like, oh,
Yeah,
we can live together, we can work together, and together we are better than everyone aside, you know.
yeah, yeah. Yes, and there's no stop. There's no. It's not gonna go back. It's not gonna. It's not gonna change. It's like even more and more this globalism. That it's like I want my kids to have the world where they can connect, interact with people from all around the world, being respectful, but also feeling okay, feeling good where they are, how they can interact. Yeah, it's really meaningful, and I'm really happy we can do through our activities, through our work, this impact. And do you want us to show a bit of the application? Because I think we went through the most important questions, and everyone has the idea what Kultigo can bring, and why what was the
Yeah.
motivation behind it. So I'm curious if you would like to share the milestones or the progress of how the application looks like now.
Well, I can share how it looks like now, and then I will tell about the, like the roadmap or the expected plan we have for the release. It's like, you know, going back to the when we have to deal with all the last details. That's always what takes more time. But that's how it is. I don't know if you see the app.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, um, that's the main page of the app where we have our 8 dimensions here.
Mm-hmm.
And it really looks like, I like to call it the culture flower here,
Definitely.
because, yeah, we can see, or I can compare, like, my profile, like how I answered to the initial questionnaire. I can compare to what people, or what French people have answered to that questionnaire, and then we can see that, for example, I'm much more flexible in the time scheduling than what they usually are in France in average, I would say. And I can check for different countries, like for Austria, for example, they have a different cultural flower.
Yes.
And
Can you put Poland?
yes, of course. Let's see, Poland. Yeah, let's compare Poland and maybe Netherlands, if you want. Um,
Mhm.
oh,
Oh, suddenly the flower is very small, right? And it's
yeah.
very purple.
Well, you see, the Netherlands, probably they seem to be in average, or based on the questions that were answered from people who say they are from Netherlands. Um, it seems that they are very, probably they are more direct into saying something, like, when they don't like something, maybe they will tell you more directly.
Yes.
Whereas in
Yes, for
Poland,
sure.
maybe
For sure.
yeah.
That's why I
So
fit. That's why I fit so well in the Netherlands because I'm so direct. And yeah, in that sense, I'm not Polish at all. Yeah, no, that's the beauty as well because you can like with this like on many tools what we explain that you can just compare the countries, but with your application you can also see how much you fit certain culture basing on your personality, the way you are. That's amazing because other tools don't offer that. So Yeah, indeed. That's very true. Dutch culture is very direct, and sometimes it's a big part of cultural shock. The people when they come to Netherlands, they're really offended. They feel it's rude, and they need to get used to it. That's something that takes a lot of time to get used to. Why you hear those things that normally you cannot hear from people you don't know. It's only um so like the when you get close to someone, then you can get that feedback. But here in Netherlands is something valued, right? The direct feedback straight away, you can apply it and get better at your work, for example. No, that's not very welcome in Poland.
Yes, and so from a Polish perspective, this could feel like a lack of respect when we get a negative feedback directly from Dutch, but this is not. This was not their intention to
Of
be
course not. Yes.
disrespectful. This is just the way the
Yeah.
communication goes, and that's really when we realize that, then I mean that's so great that we can have it in one place like that.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
um, so in the app, that's really the let's say the main part that shows the let's say the average answers of the users on those on different questions. And so the app makes the average and then provides this result as an output. And if we want to dig deeper into the dimensions that we want, we can have this detailed criteria view where we can have a, let's say, we can read more about what it means, what this
Yeah.
dimension mean, and how the countries are located comparatively. And,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
so this is more like a toolbox or something that we can have always at hand. And
Yeah, very handy.
yeah,
Super. Yeah. Because I also like when you're not familiar with the dimension, then with dimension. So what do you mean exactly? Yeah. So our differences. Yeah, but it's not actually always like, yeah, the the differences you can see, but under what the dimension, right? So explaining what actually dimension covers, what does it mean? That's also yeah, very insightful. Yes,
yeah.
that's great. Or that you can really send those informations. Yes. So where we can expect that release?
The good question. I think it should be ready around May this year, 2025.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
we're
if not, I'm coming to Germany. Huh?
yes, you're putting some pressure to, or cheering for the last minute, the last
Yes.
lane, and
And
so
how would you celebrate? Like what if it's really released? What how from your culture and from how you like it? How would you celebrate? Because celebration is also one of the dimensions, right? Like
yeah.
how people celebrate in different cultures.
That's a good question. You know, I was so focused on the work that I didn't think about when it would end. But
I will leave you with that. I will ask you in 2 weeks.
yes, um, but yeah. So and this is actually what we will have. What is in the free? Let's say we can use the version as a guest, and we can compare two countries. But there's a paid version as well, where we can compare up to four countries and cultures. And there's also the AI tips that we can really in the background. It's asking ChatGPT about what um, cultural differences there are with your specific profile, because these, for example, this is the description in general,
Mm-hmm.
but the app, the pro version allows you to have this really tailored um, info about yourself with regards to the cultures of your choice. Really, that's what we bring. Um,
Yeah, that's amazing.
yeah.
It's amazing that's like okay in general, yeah, like in general, in general speaking about things, it's like it's just in general, right? But if you really want to make it personal, there's an option for it, and you already have plans. I see very attractive prices, very approachable. Yeah,
Yes, it's like
it looks
the
like you will be ready in May. Huh? It really looks
yeah, we're really getting
ready.
ready. So there's this pro version at 4.99. It's for everyone who wants to have these extra capabilities in the app. And then there's also the enterprise solution. This is more meant for organizations, very likely HR departments that want to implement Kultigo into their company to have their cultural views
Mhm.
inside their departments. And then from with that subscription, they can make analytics and get more statistics on how to shape the culture of their company, or
Mhm.
understand it first, and next step shape it.
Apply
And
it, yeah.
that's the idea.
Yeah. And one question about that. So if I'm a company, if I have a company, let's say with 100 employees, 100 users, I will go for Kultigo Enterprise. How will I see it? Will I see it on a desktop then?
Yes, you will have two things, like the every employee can have the app on their phone, so they're
Oh, great.
linked to your to the company subscription. But as the company administrator, you
Mm-hmm.
will have a web page where you can click easily and have all the statistics, and you can add new users from the website as well, manage the subscription. But really, this is a website for the analytics of the cultural aspects of your users in the company. And so
Mm.
the user has full capabilities of the app. Plus, as a company, you get to have the big picture.
All right. Oh, yeah. I think we need to have one more chat about this because this is very this is complex. I have lots of questions about it, but I will let you first finish it, celebrate, and then we go back on the details of the users in case it's for organizations because yeah, I think it's important to share more details. And I don't want to make it very long recording, a very long chat for people, just individuals, so who wants to get the general understanding of the app and what's the functionality and how they can apply it in everyday life. Yeah, it was good
Yeah,
talk.
let's have another session for companies. So
Yes.
sometime in May, maybe, or
Mhm.
we will. Actually, I actually enjoyed having this interview. It was quite cool to share that with you.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm even more excited than I was. Really, it looks amazing. Big progress. I love the colors as well. Very like user friendly. Like I think creative, but also not too much. Nice colors and yeah, I like the flower. And you can tan it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Definitely. Now let's go more into details. I can also get some questions from HR because I'm not HR, but I help HR in the processes, so I can come with some relevant questions again in May, and then we can take it from there. But yeah, good luck in this last phase.
Thank you.
Yeah, massive progress, Nadir.
Yeah.
Really excited.
I mean, yeah, thank you so much. And I'm also really excited that that you can use it as well as your as part of your activity in the intercultural field. And I'm super excited of all the things that we could do with the app. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yes. Thanks a lot. And then yeah, we will catch up soon, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's catch up soon. See you. Bye.
See you. Have a good weekend. Thanks. Bye.